Dear viewers, the topic for today, it basically relates to February 21st. February 21st, which has been declared by UNESCO as the International Language Day. And why I have decided to talk about as far as this topic is concerned, because Pakistan has experienced the language controversy as early as 1947, 1948. So there are three major dimensions as far as this topic is concerned. The first is that what was the language controversy in Pakistan, in the formative phase of Pakistan? Why Khawaja Muhammad Ali Jinnah, when he visited East Pakistan, the then East Pakistan, and when he addressed the students of Dhaka University in March 1948, there was a convocation, Dhaka University. So Governor General of Pakistan, Khawaja Muhammad Ali Jinnah, was the chief guest, and then he categorically he said that that Urdu shall be the only national language of Pakistan. So that basically triggered the language controversy, and it led to the surge of Bengali nationalism. So this is the second thing. The third thing is that in present day Pakistan, although Urdu is the national language of present day Pakistan, but the fact is that Urdu is the mother tongue of only 10% of the population of Pakistan. Only 10%. And it is the national language of Pakistan. I don't think that there is any country in this world with an example that the minority population of 10%, its language is the national language. So that is what is a reality in the post 1971 Pakistan, that Urdu is a national language. But then Urdu as a national language was also made controversial, particularly in Sindh province, when in July 1972 the Sindh Assembly passed a language bill in which it declared Sindhi as the provincial language of Sindh, which was not done by the provincial assemblies of Balochistan, of Punjab, and at that time Northwestern Frontier Province. So the genesis of the language controversy will start basically with February 21st, that when Jinnah talked about Urdu and Urdu as the only national language of Pakistan, and who stood up against Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, along with his colleagues, along with his associates, along with his supporters, in which he resisted, and he said that how can you impose Urdu as the national language of Pakistan, because in East Pakistan Bengali language is the mother tongue of the people of East Pakistan, overwhelming majority, 98% of people, population of East Pakistan. So Jinnah, he basically was rather furious, and he said that he was not against Bengali language, that Bengali will have its own status because it's a very rich language, it's a very old language, it's a full language. But then why he was insisting on Urdu to be the only national language of Pakistan? Because Urdu as a lingua franca, that if a Punjabi talks to the Sindhi, will be in Urdu. If a Bengali talks to a Pathan, will be in Urdu, or a Balochi talks to a Sindhi, it will be in Urdu. So that is what he was in his mind, but it was made controversial. And then since March 1948 till February 21st, 1952, there were demonstrations, there were protest marches in Dhaka University, in Dhaka Medical College, and elsewhere, in which students, they demanded that Bengali should be declared as a national language along with Urdu. They were not against Urdu as such, but they said that Bengali should also be, because the Bengali language being a very rich language, a recognized language, then why it was not given that status? But then an unfortunate event took place on February 21st, 1952, when there was a strike and the demonstration, Dhaka University and Dhaka Medical College students was fired upon, and 3 students were killed. Very sad event, and it triggered violence, it triggered hatred, it triggered hostility between East and West Pakistan. And the construction, what happened after 1952, February 21st, that those students who were killed, they were declared as martyrs, and then Shaheed Minar was constructed at Dhaka University as a symbol of resistance against the imposition of Urdu language. So Bengali nationalism, resistance against the Urdu language, along with economic sense of deprivation, along with the attitude and the behavior of the West Pakistani elite, the bureaucracy, because they were posted in East Pakistan in large numbers, and the manner in which they treated local people. So the Bengalis who were East Pakistan, the Muslim Bengalis who were in the forefront of Pakistan movement, why they turned against? They were not against Pakistan. They were against the policies of the West Pakistan dominated elite, the bureaucracy, the military, and that's a long story which I don't want to. I want to focus on the language controversy. In 1955, Bengali was recognized, accepted as a national language along with Urdu. So this status was given to the Bengali language, that Bengali will also be one of the national languages along with Urdu in 1955, but the damage was done, absolutely. And then, of course, the thing is basically that the people in West Pakistan, where the majority of them, their mother tongue was not Urdu as such, but they never ever bothered to learn Bengali. Whereas the Bengalis of East Pakistan, slightly they were in a position to communicate in Urdu. But when they realized that Urdu was being imposed and it was not possible for them to learn Urdu as such, like those in their counterparts in West Pakistan. So recognizing the sacrifices rendered in the language movement, the then East Pakistan, UNESCO in around 2000, maybe around that year, declared February 21st as the International Language Day, and which is celebrated in Bangladesh as Palak Bhasha. So February 21st every year in Bangladesh is like a cultural event, and I was there in Dhaka University. I was in 2002 when I observed how popular that event was. Cultural shows, although the Pakistan bashing was done, absolutely, there is no doubt about it, that they blame Pakistan for exploitation, they blame Pakistan for discrimination, they blame Pakistan for injustices, they blame Pakistan for imposing their language, whatever it was. But after even every year it's an official holiday, February 21st. It is like a Bengali, it's a cultural day in which they basically remember the sacrifices which were rendered, which was given by the students, the movement to declare Bengali as a national language. Now coming to Pakistan, present day Pakistan, that language certainly is not a major issue, because what has happened is basically that in the last 73 years, Urdu, although not a mother tongue of 90% of the population of Pakistan, has been able to establish itself. It's a language of communication. Urdu is also, and there were demands that Urdu should be proclaimed as the official language of Pakistan. No nation can progress unless it gives due respect and due status as far as the language is concerned. But then the thing is basically that Urdu is not the mother tongue as far as Sindhis are concerned, as far as Baluchis are concerned, as far as Pashtuns are concerned. Punjabis certainly, Punjabi is a spoken language, but they write in Urdu. So around 57% population of Pakistan is comfortable with Urdu. Although in the recent past there have been moves, there have been calls for to give Punjabi language a due status. So it's a big question mark as far as Pakistan is concerned, that if you want to have national integration, then the national language, which is Urdu, should be given its due place. So starting from 1952, the International Language Day, and then the controversy, the language controversy, still we see in Pakistan there is a problem, there is an issue as far as language is concerned. So therefore, it is suggested that mother tongue certainly should be given a priority, because people can perform better in their mother tongue. And Urdu is a mother tongue. I mean, you can say that Urdu is not a mother tongue of the majority of people of Pakistan, but it has its acceptability. You can see the Urdu literature, you can see, the writers and the poets and things like that. Along with that, due recognition and due, importance and should also be given to regional languages. That is very, I think it is essential. The first language rights in Pakistan, and I will end here, in the post-1971 Pakistan, that's very sad, very unfortunate. That was in July 1972, when the Sindh Assembly passed a bill and it declared Sindhi as the provincial language of Sindh. And it was protested by the Urdu-speaking, members of Sindh Assembly, who were called as Mahajars, and it led to language rights in various parts of Sindh. And migration took place, and it led to hostility, it led to mistrust, it led to suspicion between the Sindhi speaking and the Urdu speaking, and the Sindhi nationalism. And there was a time when during Ayub Khan's era, when Sindhi was not allowed to be taught in the schools, in educational institutions, which was undone when one unit was disbanded during Yahya Khan's time in 1969. So basically, we have to understand that language is a very sensitive issue, and no one should ridicule his or her mother tongue, and should give due respect. And it is better that the youths and the school children, they learn, because they are the fast learners. Switzerland is a country where there are 5 languages, French, German, Italian, English and Romanesque, and they learn all the 5 languages. So why can't we learn various languages, regional languages? Why don't we give importance as far as the national language is concerned or international languages are concerned? Thank you very much.